Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. This is, I have no idea what episode now, 25, 26, something like that. Anyway, last episode we explored the Tanzan depths a little bit, took down that Steelix down there, explored through the Tanzan Meteor base, and did some more, I guess, important choices, or made some more important choices back at the Belrose Manse. So in this episode, we're going to probably prep for our next gym battle against Noel here. So let's just head all the way back to the Belrose Manse. Let's see. Yes, it's this way. So this battle might be a little bit difficult. I remember struggling with it quite a bit before, so hopefully it won't eviscerate me this time, this fight. Alright. Alright, so let's just head on in. Heal my Pokemon first before I talk to the crew over there. Alright. Let us see. Let us see. Alright. Excuse me. Might have heard my breathing a little bit during that. Anyway, here, you just need to walk out again. And let's see. So, next up is to battle Noel here. So, I'm actually going to change a few things around. Let's see. In terms of items, Black Sludge to you. Flame Orb is fine. Hard Stone. Let's give you the Silk Scarf instead. I do remember picking that up. Here we go. Alright, and then... let's see, do I want to turn the rain off? I'm going to turn the rain off. Because it's going to affect this battle probably, so... Or at least demerit me, I believe. Alright, so and then... Alright, I'm actually going to debug my Pokemon. From this point on, I'm pretty sure almost all the important fights, the trainers will have perfect IVs. They don't have EV spreads yet, so technically the IVs don't matter, but I'm going to do this anyway, so might as well do it now. So normally, what I was planning to do was use a Ditto to breed Pokemon, but I would have to breed for a shiny, and the Ditto would need to be perfect, so I would just simply only debug the Ditto and breed that Ditto with my Pokemon here in this party to get perfect Pokemon, but I would also need to breed it to be shiny and have perfect IVs, which would take me forever at this point in the game. Under normal circumstances, you would keep breeding egg groups until you get the, perfect Pokemon for an egg group, but that is just so much goddamn work and too much of a grind at this stage. And that's partly of the reason why I looked at egg moves and simply threw away heart scale instead of doing all that breeding for an egg move as well at this point, because that is just a pain in the ass. I did it in a previous run, all that breeding nonsense, but it was only when I unlocked the fastest method really possible to breed, and I do not have that method right now, so I'm just going to simply debug my Pokemon. So I'm just going to simply change the IVs like so. Change this to 0 because why not? Avoid less confusion damage basically. So IVs matter not necessarily right now, since EVs are really what matter right now, but eventually every trainer you're going to go up against pretty much has EV and IV trained perfect Pokemon, so to speak. So best for me to just take care of this right now. Because I'm going to do this anyway and save myself some time. So the main thing I'm going to use debug mode is just for this, and that's about it. So it's just mainly to save time, not for anything else. Be careful when using debug mode though, you can definitely break your game, which would not be good. Because if you do certain things that break up story progress, then it would not be fun to try and get everything in order again. So try to avoid giving yourself like TMs and HMs, because story progress is based off your obtainal of those. And of course, you can just debug Pokemon in, but I think if you do that, things will be a bit out of whack in terms of ease of difficulty or whatever, so. Alright, sorry this is a bit boring, but must be done. Alright, with that, my Pokemon are pretty much ready, so let me think about how I want to do this battle. Alright, so we're on the grassy terrain field. So Noel's team, if in case you haven't picked it up on this yet, is all normal types, except for one. But technically that Pokemon was normal type, no longer is in this generation, based on this generation of Pokemon, but it's whatever. So he technically doesn't gain as much benefit as you would imagine, but essentially he doesn't really necessarily use grass type moves on this field or moves to change the field. So he mainly relies on just the little bit of healing you may have noticed that the grassy terrain provides, and that's about it. So his Pokemon are a bit on the beefier side, so definitely a lot to think about, but if you have a fighting type Pokemon, it can definitely help. And then you need just a bit of neutral coverage, because fighting isn't effective against all of his Pokemon, so you need to take that into account. My Pokemon, do I have XP candies in here? I have 2 larges and XLs. Okay, practically level 55. Okay. Alright. Let's use it on this. Galvantula. Alright, you know, so just use it large on this one. It doesn't matter. XP is practically infinite at this point. Insect plates. Yeah, we can stick with the insect plate. Zoom lens, black sludge, flame orb, silk scarf. Maybe bullet seed might be better. Do I have a grass plate? Or a I do have a miracle seed. That might be better to hold. Or I do not. Ooh. Oh man, there's a miracle seed back on Azurine Island, apparently, and I didn't pick it up. Yeah, it would be right here. Okay. Maybe I might head back and go get that, because that might matter. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I figured out where those freaking, that miracle seed was. Wow, so coming down from this area here, what is it? From the ledge, you go this way, wrap around this tree, go down, 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 and then you see this lily pad here, you can go down, and here is the miracle seed. Alright, so missed that the first time, so let me just give that to my Minchino, and then I'll see you all back at Tanzan Cove in front of Noel. Alright everyone, I am back. So let's see. Oops. Let's see. Let's just move signal beam here. Dark pole. Yeah, I don't think I have a item to boost that. Blaze kick, yeah, sure. Like sludge, flame orb, and miracle seed. Alright. So the strat I'm gonna go with is, I think, open up with Galvantula here, with whatchamacallit, Sticky Web or Thunder Wave against his first Pokemon here. So let's just get started. This may take me a couple of attempts, so I don't know. Let's just see. Alright, up against Noel, of course. Prodigy Noel. Alright, so a few things to note. We are on the grassy terrain. Noel has 3 Hyper Potions, and his first Pokemon out is a Chinchino holding a King's Rock with a Skill Link ability and Adamant Nature and 31 in IVs, with the moves Tail Slap, U-Turn, Rock Blast, and Bullet Seed. So I'm going to go for a cheeky Thunder Wave. Okay, go for a cheeky Thunder Web. Alright, I probably go down to the Rock Blast there. I'm gonna send in my Blaziken, go for a few cheeky bulk ups. Go for a Blaze Kick here. Alright, he sends out his Clefable here, which is a slight issue. I'm gonna go for one more bulk up because I think it'll go for Calm Mind. Oh. Never mind, it goes for a Moonblast. Anyway, his Clefable here is holding an Elemental Seed, a ability with Magic Guard, Calm Nature, 31 in IVs, and an EV stat spread, I believe, in max in HP, 204 in defense, and 52 in special defense, I believe. With the moves Moonblast, Calm Mind, Soft Boiled, and Stored Power. So this thing is going to try and set up on you. No way. Oh, wow. Let's go with you then. Wow, that was a blunder on my part. Let's go with Bullet Seed. Oh, what luck. Oh shoot, I should have mentioned her Swellow. I think I skipped through the Swellow. The Swellow is holding a Flame Orb with a Guts ability, a Jolly Nature, 31 in IVs with the moves U-Turn, Brave Bird, Steel Wing, and Facade. His Beware is holding a Muscle Band with a Fluffy ability and Adamant Nature, and 31 in IVs with the moves Hammer Arms and Headbutt, Stomp Tantrum, and Ice Punch. Alright, next up here is his Porygon Z holding an Elemental Seed, download ability Timid Nature, and 31 in IVs with the moves Nasty Plot, Psychic, Hidden Power, and Try Attack. Wow, that one-shots me. This might not take it out, yeah. Wow, that thing is strong. Oh. What should I... Did I forget? Last up here I think is his Girafarig, holding a Twisted Spoon with the ability Sap Sipper, a Timid Nature, 31 in IVs with the moves Psychic, Thunderbolt, Thunderwave, and Hidden Power. Let's go with Dark Pulse. Oh, it's his... Alright, it's Cinccino, is his last Pokemon. Oh, I didn't... Okay, nice. Haha. Excuse me. See, with the Cinccino holding King's Rock, I could have lost the battle if I flinched there. That was... very close battle. Swallow, Girafarig, Beware. I listed all his Pokemon, so... Read Bigger's notes on how to, you know, possibly use the Grass Terrain to your advantage and think of ways around his Pokemon. So his Pokemon, even though he's a normal type gym leader, actually have quite a few resistances to fighting type moves because of the secondary typing of a lot of his Pokemon. So you're going to have to find some ways around that. And the Elemental Seed makes his tanky Pokemon quite a bit stronger, so they try to set up on you and stuff like that. So, this fight can become easier if you change it to the Burning Field or Corrosive Field, but if you do that, if you change the field to a Burning Field, you lose 2 points with Lure and 1 point with Lure. So try to avoid those tactics if you can. I would recommend doing so. So I managed to keep the field just a grassy terrain, so... Alright, with that, we can move on. Alright, so let's head inside now and talk to everyone here. So one thing to note is if you talk to Laura on the couch here, you get +1 relationship point with Laura. Alright, let's talk to Noel here. Alright, just wonder if they say something else to Noel leaving the room, but it doesn't seem like it. Let me heal up my Pokemon before I forget. Alright. Oh, I forgot to note that with the standard badge, our level cap is 60, and we get the TM10 for hidden power. Right. With that, we hear that very large boom, so let's try to return back to Tanzan Mountain here. At least that's according to what the others say. Alright, so we just head into here. So, if we head over to the left, not that left, down here, this left, you see that this gate here has been destroyed. So if we go up and find these very hidden items, alright, so we head up here. Excuse me. Alright, so with that, we are told of where to go next. So if we head immediately up from here, we'll be able to leave the Tanzan Mountain and progress the story. And this area to the right of us doesn't have much going on. So, yep. Before we progress up through this area over here, as you can see, we can exit out there. And there's not much to explore in that room to the right. So we're going to go ahead and check out some other stuff that we can do right now. So one thing I want to note is that you can actually see what the amethyst pendant looks like. And I believe the ruby ring right here, which is pretty cool to see. Alright, so that I just want to show that a little bit. If we head back to the Tanzan devs, previous Tanzan Meteor base, we see that this area has changed quite a bit. So because of that, there are new paths and areas to explore here. So we're going to go ahead and get started on just checking this place out. So I believe the encounters from here are about the same. Don't quote me on that though. Alright, so starting from here, if we go straight to the right, sorry, I was reading Big George notes, we can get a metal coat, so we can now evolve a Steelix and a few other Pokemon, as well as boosting any steel moves you may be using. So now we want to head up and to the left here, I believe, and enter this entrance. Yes, we'll be greeted with this pretty dark room, but there'll be a few goodies for us down here, mainly mining rocks. Gonna go ahead and do some of that. Oh, an iron ball. Alright, let's see what else is here. So mainly a bunch of mining rocks. There is one item to pick up, however. Green shard and red shard. Not too bad at pickups. Oh, that's on the lower level. Bunch of rocks I can't tell are in the way. What is this? Shiny stone, I believe. Alright. Oh, that is the one item I was talking about that you can find down here. Water stone, I think. Heart scale here. Red shard. Alright. No clue where that last item is. So I think with that... Oh, one more. Oh, I think these were ground type moves. Always good to get these plates. Oh my. I believe that's the armor fossil. Alright, with that we can pick up a thick club here. So now we can head back out of here. Alright, please do not have arena trap, thank you. So with that, now if we go up here, we can see an iron girder along this path into a new cave entrance. So head into here, and in this room, there's only one new encounter, a Hippowdon at a 1% chance. So unless you're using the magnetic lure, I honestly just recommend finding a hippopotamus and evolving it like that. So mining rock, gonna mine this one. Dawn stone, I seems. What? Ooh, I think this is the zap plate. Great pickup. Because I don't believe I have a magnet, so with that we can pick up the upgrade. I believe used to evolve Porygon. So if you have a Porygon from earlier, that can certainly be useful. With that, we're done for everything in here, so I recommend using dig or escape rope to get out of here. Alright, so now we want to head back to where we initially... what is it? Battled... No, not battled, excuse me, encountered Sapphire. And we will find ourselves in the South Aventurine Woods. So, bunch of new encounters here. I won't show the encounter list for this area because there's not that many new ones, to be honest. But anyway, I will just read them off for you here. First, we can now encounter a Passimian, Beware, Sudowoodo, Loudred, and Cricketune. Of course, this varies by the time of day, so I recommend looking more closely at Picture's Guide for that. And then as for new headbuttable trees, apparently there's a distinction between rare and common trees. I have no idea what those are, but you can now encounter Komala and Wormadam. Honestly, if you want a Wormadam, just evolve a Burmy to get that one. If you can't find it naturally through headbutting a common tree, yeah, I don't know. So with that, this first area here is kind of linear, so not much in terms of going left or right we can do right now. As you can see, these webs are blocking us, we can't go up these ledges, and there's logs that we can't move either, so just head up. Then hop down this ledge and get ready for a battle. Alright, so here we're up against Fern once again. Sends out a Haxorus. Actually, let me read off what he has. He has 2 berry ice creams, and we're on the grassy terrain field as before. And his Haxorus is holding a Dragon Fang with the Mode Breaker ability and Adamant Nature, and 31 in IVs with the moves Taunt, Dragon Claw, Dragon Dance, and Iron Tail. Alright. Next up, he sends out his Roserade here, holding a Leftovers with a Poison Point ability, a Timid Nature, 31 in IVs with an EV stat spread of 4 in HP, 252 in Special Attack, and 252 in Speed. Let's go with Blaze Kick. I thought I missed there when I saw that text pulled up. Next up here is a Decidueye holding an Elemental Seed with a Long Reach ability and Adamant Nature, 31 in IVs and an EV stat spread, maxed in HP and attack, and 4 in speed. Alright, next up is his Rhydon, holding an Eviolite with the Lightning Rod ability, a Brave Nature, and 31 in IVs with the moves Drill Run, Stone Edge, Hammer Arm, and Fire Fang. Alright, next up is his Crocodile not holding anything, with a Moxie ability, a Jolly Nature, and 31 in IVs with the moves Dig, Brick Break, Throat Chop, and Thunder Fang. Alright, I might just end up sweeping here. Very nice. His Scyther here is holding a Muscle Band with a Technician ability and Adamant Nature, and 31 in IVs with the moves X-Scissor, Double Team, Wing Attack, and Sword Stance. And that's it. Alright, setting up on the Haxorus is really easy with my Blaziken, so... my fault for Blaziken being so OP. Alright, so with that, we are free to progress. In case you're wondering what this star here is, it is indication that I've completed the puzzle here, so we could just skip the puzzle. I'm not going to do that for walkthrough purposes, but if this is really convenient for replaying through the game, so you don't have to do this really long puzzle we're going to showcase in a moment. So, alright, so with that, we are going to just head up and use this light shard really fast. Alright, so the beating Fern there, by the way, should be easy for you if you're able to beat Noel. He cannot really take advantage of the grassy terrain, so as long as you have a well-balanced team with decent type coverage, you should be fine. And now I want to talk about the encounters here. This time I will show the encounter list because it's a bunch of new ones. So I'm going to start reading them off. We have Tauros, Bufflaunt, Miltank, Kangaskhan, Mudbray, Skiddo, Cherum, Gogoat, Mudstale, Ponyta, Linoon, and Carablast. So of note, let's just go down the list. Tauros and Bufflaunt can be useful, but I think they're like B, low B. Miltank is kind of C tier compared to the other normal types out there. Kangaskhan, when you get his Mega Evolution, is great A or S tier. Mudbray and Mudstale, not much of an opinion, but they're probably B or C tier. Skiddo and Gogoat can have their uses, so probably around C as well, C to B. Cherum is good for Mono Grass, but I think he would have had one already by now to use it, so meh in my opinion. Ponyta and consequently Rapidash are decent, but I think there's way better fire types. And then what else? Linoon can have a kind of a cheeky setup with, I believe, Belly Drum, so that is a choice as well. So as for that, I mainly recommend picking up a Kangaskhan if you really wanted to catch a Pokemon here, and especially if you're running Mono Normal. Of course, the Mega Evolution won't be available until much later, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really done any mono-type runs, so. But I do think the Pokemon here are a bit decent. They definitely have their uses, so. Alright, so one thing to note on this route, there is a main gimmick, and that involves these Tauros and Buffalant. So if you defeat a Tauros, the Buffalant will charge headlong straight in this direction and hit these logs, as you can see, out of the way. If you beat the Buffalant, you will be able to ride the Tauros, and that will let you go up the ledges. So both of these things will be very useful for us. So as for this area here, I do not think there's a hidden item here. I think I picked it up already, so not much we can do right now except head all the way to the left here, sorry. So what we pick up here is a blue shard. Whatever this is, a red shard. So, in case you couldn't tell, the puzzle is going to involve all of these Buffalant and Tauruses. Alright, let's take out this trainer. Luxray. Let's go with Blaze Kick. Oh, wait a minute. Elliot. You may remember this guy. This guy is the guy mentioned in the, whatchamacallit? Pokemon survey quiz we took all the way back in the Peridot Ward. His Luxray and his, little, what is it, Gothitelle? Whatever his Pokemon name is, Gothorita. That's cool. That's a cool little trivia. Anything else here? Special attack, okay. Alright, so we're just gonna keep heading left here. Alright, so here we see a Miltank. That is gonna be our next little discussion point here. So if we talk to this Miltank, we want to give it this berry because we will need a 1 Moo Moo Milk for a later quest. So we're gonna go ahead and hand over 1 Oranberry for this Moo Moo Milk. Alright, with that, we're going to keep hopping over to the left now. Pick up any hidden items we see along the way. Alright, so hop down 1 more. Excuse me. Alright. So we've done all the hopping to the left that we can do now. And now we come across this building here. So go against this guy. Alright, bye bye Blaziken. Oh! Oh my god. Alright, pick up this hidden item he was blocking me from. And let's just head on inside. So this is the Nature Center. There's a couple things to do here. So we get a little bit of a backstory, you know, and learn about how to use the Tauros and Buffalant to our advantage. And here we get free 8 honeys from this guy, so that's the main importance down here in this first floor. So with that, we head up here to the second floor. And this guy tells us about a new password all field app, which you can use to acquire all the, I believe, field readouts without having to find them. Alright, talk to this guy. We learned about the pincer and Heracross. We'll see more of that later. This guy tells us about his glasses, so talk to him for a possible side quest. Let's heal up my Pokemon. So that let's head up to the next floor here. Pick up this wide lens. Talk to this lady. And then what's this guy have to say? Alright, and then if we head out here and talk to this guy. So, with that, we need a Dunsparce. Luckily, we caught one earlier, so we head up on into here and get our Dunsparce out. So, we head back up and talk to the guy again. That we get a Tyrogue. So this Tyrogue does not have any egg moves or anything. And for those who know about Tyrogue, you can evolve into 3 different Pokemon based on its stat spread. I forget the exact specifics of it, but you can evolve into Hitmontop, Hitmonchan, and Hitmonlee. I think Hitmonlee is the best, I think Hitmontop is okay, and I think Hitmonchan is okay. If you remember the Kiki fight, hers was holding a normal gem with the Unburden ability, and so she would use Fake Out, immediately trigger Unburden on her Hitmonlee, and from there she can start doing some outspeeding you and possibly one-shotting you type of stuff with her Hitmonlee. So that's why I think Hitmonlee is the best. The other 2 are decent in my opinion. I think there's better fighting types though. So of note about this Tyrogue is that it will always have 3 perfect IVs. So mine has an attack, defense, and speed, which is excellent. That's about what you want. Maybe HP would have been better, but it's okay. So definitely useful for breeding purposes. But with that, we're pretty much done here in the nature center. So we are going to make our way back down and out. And what we're going to do now is hope this guy gets out of the way and start heading down. So you see this ledge here. Pick up this dragon gem. This log is blocking our way, so we have to take another ledge down here. Let's see what this guy is blocking for us. Gardevoir, huh? This might be an issue. Oh, never mind. High Jump King for the boost in power. Alright, let's go with Blaze Kick. Oh! My mistake. Alright, looks like he hates this. Didn't grab the item here. Magical Seed and Laxmint. So we head down again. Another trainer. Alright, let's see Nidoking here. This guy's a mountain guy, so... Alright, let's go with Sludge Wave. Good to see a bit of the Corrosive Field. Oh. Alright, let's see anything over here. Oh. Poke Snacks, okay. Alright, with that we head down one more. Pick up this red shard. Another trainer up there, it seems. Or down, I should say. Giddy up. Zeph Strike up. Alright, Nidoking works well here. Whoa, there she says. Alright. Let's see, anything else here? Pokeball, okay. Alright, and with that, we can head down here into behind the Grand Gate. So we cannot progress down there because the gates are closed. So there's nothing really to do here. You can go behind here and slip behind this gear, but yeah, nothing you can do here right now. So just head back out and into here. So yeah, let's see. This episode going on a bit long, and I want to save starting the puzzle till the next episode. So I'm going to end it a day here, or an episode here. But in the next episode, we're going to cover the. We're going to be doing a lot in this area because we're going to be doing a few puzzle solving preliminary stuff a little bit and whatnot. So that involved beating this Buffalon here and riding the Taurus up these ledges. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that the standard badge did not give you that much trouble as I did. I almost lost, and hopefully you were able to get past Fern. And next episode, yeah, we're gonna be checking out this place and see what it has for us in terms of a puzzle, and then we're gonna head over to next area, which is a castle according to Fern. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.